So yeah, that's how I approach a tour, is I just really put it off until the last minute and then just vomit some stuff out and hope that people like it. So we've been a band since like 2009 or something, and in the beginning we couldn't really afford to pay anyone to do designs for us. So I was like, I gotta learn how to use Photoshop or something. I gotta figure out how to make a t-shirt design. So there were some very primitive shirts that we made in the beginning. I think I already had some Photoshop, like I tried to use it before, just to like edit photos in, but I don't know, I just started fucking around with it and learned how to do text and stuff, and that's basically it. And then it's just like little small stuff. I'm still not very like proficient in Photoshop, but enough to like make what I see in my head, I guess, for a shirt. I feel like a lot of the clothes that we wear, they don't really have a lot printed on them anyway. So I've never really been a big fan of like massive, crazy, intricate design. Like I respect it, but it just never worked with us. So we kind of do the more minimal, is that a band or what is that, kind of mindset for our merchandise. Honestly, I hate opening Photoshop because it's such just like a daunting task. So I just put it off and do other shit, and then at the last minute I'll just be like, oh shit, we gotta make merch for this tour. So I'll just throw a bunch of stuff together and keep it all kind of in the same like colorway or the same pattern. That way it looks cohesive. We'll print on this new garment or something, and it'll do really well, and then it'll start like not selling as well because every other fucking band in the world is like, oh, we should do this too. So they do it, and then then it like spreads out and like it equals out. It's like, oh, which camouflage windbreaker do you want? Do you want like one from a serious core band? Do you want one from like a scene core band, or do you want one from like a metalcore band? And then it's like, so then at this point I'm just like, fuck all that. I just want to make something else like outside of that, like something that those bands would be, not that it's like some kind of war, but like something that those bands wouldn't ever think about making, or like, I don't know, just to like push it to see like where can it go, like what at the end of the day, it's stupid. It's like your band name on a t-shirt. So it really is conceptually really dumb. Make it where someone wants to wear a band t-shirt, because like none of us really wear band t-shirts, but we feel like if we make something that people want to wear and they don't care if it's a band or if they even heard of the band or not, then that's more like the goal. If I ran into someone that like they had a Hundredth shirt on and I said something to them and they had no clue it was a band, I wouldn't be mad about it. I actually would think it was like funny more than anything, because how did they stumble upon like our tiny band and buy a shirt and they didn't even know it was a band? They thought it was like a clothing company or something. Like, that's funny to me. Make whatever you think is cool, like even if it's primitive or if it doesn't have to be some non-color design or something, or it could just be simple. I had a really good friend that was he does like art, and he was working on some stuff, and we were writing the record at the same time, and like it was kind of up in the air like where the record was gonna go. And so he made a bunch of stuff and I really liked it. But then on our way home from the studio, I was just playing around on my phone with this app, and I just like went deep into the rabbit hole on this flight, and I made like the cover, and I was like, this feels more like what it sounds like, so, and it's more digital. So like the other stuff was really like hand painted, and like that was kind of the vibe that we thought initially, but I don't know, it just kind of went with my gut, and I was like, I just want to do something like this, and like I kept looking at it on the flight and listening to the music, and I was like, I think this is the cover. So we did, and I guess like I didn't think about it when I was making it, but it kind of channels like some Joy Division, kind of channels that, but I think subconsciously, like I didn't go into it being like, I want to make a color version of the Joy Division cover, I think it was just like the lines looked cool and the colors looked cool, and it felt like a new era for our band, so I just felt inspired looking at it, so I was like, let's just make this the cover. Yeah, I can't draw anything. And honestly, I'm fucking terrible at Photoshop. But I don't have the patience to sit down and watch like how to use Photoshop. I just constantly am just like messing things up and like sending things in the wrong file format to people, and they're like, hey, we need this like vectorized. And I'm like, oh, I think I have like a friend who can vectorize, knows how to vectorize, so I'll email him, can you vectorize this for me? I don't know how to do this. So yeah, I don't know. It's, at the end of the day, to me, it's like, it doesn't matter like the quality, it doesn't matter how groundbreaking the quality is. I think it's just like making stuff that you think looks cool, and if no one else thinks it's cool, then that's cool. Fuck them. It's for you.